which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Check 14, 14, got it. Check 13. Switch. Hey, alert. He's still 14. He's checking.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. This is Homer. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Now Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. And that is is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Breaks through the contact, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quickly into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Darnold. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold rolling to his right. Space to run past the 20. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw here into the hands of Moore. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 16, Darnold. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Sam Darnold finding Robbie Anderson for the touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Going on the ground with Homer. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Darnold on 3rd down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Darnold throw complete there to Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. From the 25 on 2nd down. Darnold. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Carson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Ballore taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. As the kick's away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Darnold to throw. That's into the hands of Marshall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Here's Darnold. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Fighting his way through contact. And still fighting. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.